Hello everybody, I'm just messing around with the laptop just so I can see everybody's comments as they come up. Hi Dakota, are you alright? I can do that. Bong. Where am I over a bit? Hey Jace, hey Exotics. Right. Just having a nightmare setting everything up. It's been a while. It has been a while. It has been a while. Yeah, mainly because work just absolutely exploded. I've been struggling to get videos out, been struggling to get lives done. So I just chilled it all down because we've been working late with Christmas coming up and everything. So yeah. Yes, John Wick. Yeah, I'm all good. Family's brilliant. You guys all ready for Christmas? Just waiting for a couple of others to join, and then we'll get into it. Get a bit more lively. So I am going to be showing you guys today a new edition, something that's not even an invert. I have got something else as well, but that's going to be coming out in a video this week. But I just thought I'd treat you guys to one of the new editions that we got from Shirley Aquatics over the weekend. I do apologise for not putting this video out on Saturday the 28th, which I said and I promised I would do. It's just I went to work in the morning, came home, started getting pains behind the back of my eyes and had the world's worst migraine. Literally just went to bed until I think I got up about Sunday 11 o'clock. But that Saturday afternoon and night time was not enjoyable. Yeah, you're right there, John. Never ready, are we? Never ready. I think it's just us men. We never get anything done, do we? So who else is watching or wants to say hello? Just say a quick hello in the comments. That'd be lovely to hear from you guys. I was actually going to do a video of going to Shirley Aquatics and all the rest of it, but we were very lucky because it was just me and the missus that went there. So instead of doing a video, I just thought we just had so much time and chilled out and wandered around. It was really, really nice. Hey, Darren C. Most dangerous scorpion here in the United States is the Arizona bark scorpion because it lives close quarters to humans and the venom is quite dangerous to children. To be fair, I've only got the Peter's eye and the I can't remember this the scientific name, but the desert hairy. That's all I've got of scorpions. So we have not got many that entered for the overseas for the £20. So I'm going to do that one now, which is Kevin Middleton. So Kevin, if you know me personally on Facebook, send me a message or via Instagram or scott.txbox@hotmail.com. Drop me an email on there as well, and we shall sort that out for you. Now we're going to do the live draw for the Lazadora Parabama large sling for the UK draw. Again, if I pull your name and you know me personally, drop me a message on Facebook. Otherwise, drop me a message through Instagram or scott.txbox@hotmail.com is the email address. We have Mr. Lan Credible is the guy, if you can see that, that's the guy that wins the Lazadora Parabama for the UK. So if you, again, if you know me personally, drop me a Facebook message. If not, drop me an email or a message via Instagram or the Facebook page, and I shall get those sent over to you. John Wick says Scorps are awesome. They certainly are, mate. They certainly are. Like I said, I've only got the two because, yeah, tarantulas, centipedes, and other bits and bobs have took my fancy a lot more so far. But in the future, I definitely hope to get some more scorpions in the collection. Hi, Ben's Pets. So, a huge congratulations to the winners. Now, who wants to guess what's in this box? What I bought from Shirley Aquatics? You might have just seen a tiny glimpse. But what do you reckon we've got? I'll give you some hints. It's small. It's fat. It eats loads. It burrows. It's not an invert. Yeah, Ben's Pets is our literally he is our resident scorpion expert. Him and Dale Strong. Yeah, maybe I should get into scorpions a bit more and check them out. Maybe I'm missing something that the scorpion addicts have got, but like I said, there's so many other things that keep catching my eye lately. It's unbelievable. One of them is this little guy in here. Like I said, try and guess what he is. You know, in the comments, what have I got in here? I shall give you some more. Give you some more clues in just 1 second. Dakota says, yeah, the giant desert hairy is native to Arizona. The scientific name is Haridurus arizonas. That's the one. That is the one. And there's Dale. Now, Dale is another moderator who is phenomenal when it comes to scorpions. So if you guys have got any scorpion questions, Dale and Ben are both in the chat. They're the guys to talk to. No doubt I can even probably get one on screen with us as well. Oh, John Wick says horn frog, like the Pac-Man, or firebelly newt, or toad. I've got the Pac-Man. We did the bioactive setup, which I have got some news about that. Some devastating news. The Pac-Man frog's completely fine. The bioactive side of it, I made a fatal error. That's going to be coming out in a video pretty soon, just so I want to get this error out there so other people don't make the same silly, absolutely stupid mistake I did myself. He also says the firebelly newt. Already got one. Well, we've got the firebelly salamander, I should say. I haven't seen the firebelly newt yet. No, Ben, it's not a corn. It's not a corn. That man knows me too well. These guys, sorry if you keep looking down here. I'm just looking at the laptop so I can read your comments just because it comes up quicker than what it does on my phone. But like I said, these guys eat a hell of a lot. They're mainly nocturnal. This one in particular likes it moist, doesn't like it too damp. What I'm going to show you in a video towards the end of this week, they do like it wet. But this guy, it is actually a true form as well. I shall show you, and let's hope he doesn't do a runner. And they actually have a they do secrete a poison which can be nasty to everybody, make you quite ill, but only if you ingest it or get it in your eyes. And they have they have glands at the back of their eyes which they ingest it, which they get it from, but I've got myself a southern toad. Now, these are actually known as a true toad, so they've not been crossed with anything. I don't want him jumping onto my laptop. But just look at that guy. This one is from Shirley Aquatics, and they'd actually named it Chicken Nugget, and the lady was so nice that me and the enemy have decided to keep the name Chicken Nugget. So if you see this little creature on the channel again, he is now known and always will be known as Chicken Nugget. So lively, it's unbelievable. If he stops jumping, lick it, not a chance. But hopefully I can get a better video of this guy out pretty soon, where I can show you him down in the enclosure, right up nice and close. Because toads, people always just think, oh, they're fat and ugly things. But when you look at them in detail, they're absolutely gorgeous. They've got markings, they've got warts, their eyes are stunning. This little guy, the southern toad, does like its soil a little bit sandy. So we've been to Wicks and bought their topsoil because there's shed loads of soil in that. Ben, the wrong type of toad, mate. Hey, Happy Ant UK. The poison is said to cause hallucinations. You can get high on them. Not this one, mate. Not this one. This one just makes mammals and insects quite ill. If ingested or you get it in your eyes, it can be quite nasty. But he's supposed to be, I'm going to put the lid on because he keeps jumping about now. He's supposed to be nocturnal. I put him up there, literally up high. So just at the right temperature up there, not on a heat mat, just off a heat mat, roughly around 20 to 24 degrees he goes. But every time the enemy comes in here, because remember, this is my kitchen, it's not an invert as such room, it's just my kitchen. She's cooking over there, and he will literally sit in the corner, no matter what time of day it is, and watch. Literally watch her cook. Scientific name for the Arizona bark scorpion is Centroides sculperatus. I think we're going to avoid the DWA conversation for today, Ben and Dale, because I've just heard too much of it over the last couple of weeks. But yeah, Dakota, we actually can't keep those without having a specialist license in the UK, unfortunately. But my toad does come from South America. And what else I bought from Shirley Aquatics comes from North America. So I'm going to put those in a video with this little guy towards the end of this week. There is a couple of other things coming this week. So this week's mainly going to be new edition videos, unfortunately. Then we're going to be looking at doing some more care and husbandry videos towards next week. I've got a Pima HPSI and a fat ass Hadra jeans, all free today. Ben, how'd you get them for free? Who you been battering your eyelids at? I'm going to put this little guy back, wash my hands. Hands are now washed. We're all good to go. If who has messaged me now? Anybody fancies joining the live, just send me a message via Facebook and I shall drop you it over. Local hobbyists making space for other projects. Very lucky, Ben. Very, very lucky. Mind you, I mean, I've had a few free spiders from local hobbyists that have just literally given up and said, Scott, I'm giving up spiders. Do you want this big fat thing? And I've just gone, yes. I think I've had about three decent sized curly hairs lately. Never a PMAT though. Let me just do some bits here. Just catching up on the comments. And sending the wrong link. So, like I've been saying, I haven't done a live recently, just mainly because work has gone absolutely epic. I've been covering people's on call. I've been doing all sorts overtime. Basically, just coming home absolutely knackered. But it's paid off. Like I said, we've bought those 2 new editions, got some other little bits and bobs coming forward too. Also got a delivery from the Spotter Shop coming this week. Dakota, have you looked up that spider on Google yet, Scott? I know you haven't had the time, but just out of curiosity, no, I haven't, mate. Ever so sorry. Just been so busy over the last sort of 3-4 weeks. It's really unusual actually for the type of work that I do for it to be so busy at this time of year. It usually dies off towards end of October, November. It usually normally goes really quiet. And then going towards Christmas, it goes even quieter. So for it to be this busy is absolutely crazy. I think it's because we've had we had such a long lockdown originally where hardly anybody went to work, and now people are like jumping at the chance to come to work, aren't they? So luckily for us, our business has just gone boom, but it's left me absolutely knackered, and I do value my family time. So unfortunately, the channel has took a bit of a sidetrack from that. I've come away from Facebook a little bit and Instagram a little bit, only because I'm just spending so much time on those platforms and TikTok that I didn't want my family life to sort of take a hit from, if you like. Do you know what I mean? So I have got a few days off this week. I've got the rest. Well, I've got literally got the rest of this week off. What is it you do again, Scott? Says Happy Am. I am a hydraulic engineer, so anything hydraulic. So the big forklift trucks on sites, small forklift trucks in warehouses, diggers, earth movers, earth shifters, earth sifters, bin lorries, car transporters, anything moving platforms, anywhere where there's hydraulics, anything like that. Tail lifts, yes, Happy Am, we do those as well. So if anything like that goes, I go along, repair it on site or on the road, wherever it is. It can be a very hard job. It is very tiring. People just tend to think that it's just swapping a hose out, but I literally sometimes have to strip down big machinery back down to nothing and literally trace back 25 meters of the stuff, going through brackets and all sorts. Also on new builds, I have to work out what pressures are coming through to what type of hoses we can put on, and then I do quotes as well, stuff like that. So it's all fun and games. You can come and fix all the lorries I've been driving. Certainly can, mate. I don't know what company you work for. I can't tell you which companies that we do work for because it goes against our company policies. And what have you. So it's Ben from Ben's Pets.
Yeah, hello.
You're right, Ben?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, not too bad. Thank you very much. Just letting everyone know that what spider I'm talking about is the Argalope aurantia. Is that?
Uh,
It's a type
yeah,
of garden spider we have in the States.
they're
They're
like
absolutely gorgeous.
they're like mini Nephilia. They're awesome. So they're like maybe that big across the legs, and they're absolutely stunning.
Well, unfortunately, with myself, what I have to do with a lot of the scientific names is if you put them on there, I do struggle because I'm slightly dyslexic. So what I have to then do is what I normally do, especially for the videos, is go away and talk to the other half so I can learn to pronounce them all correctly, ready for the videos. Do you know what I mean? Ben here,
Yeah,
he's an absolute brain box. He can literally smash all of them.
but I was looking into getting one of those. One of the UK shops had them in recently, but once again, I wasn't particularly as sure on the legality of those at the time, and I missed out on them.
Also, if you see a YouTube channel in the chat, make sure you subscribe to them as well. Just spread the love. Yeah, I did hear, Ben, that TSS are getting or have got in quite a lot of true spiders. Lee did
Yeah,
drop me a message saying that he was getting some in. I haven't seen any on the website, but I have put an order in with him. So fingers crossed.
yeah.
Drop me some clues within that one.
I ordered a pair of what were they? Tigrina georgicola, which are a wolf spider species from Miami. No, not Miami. Georgia.
Were you thinking of the Hogna Miami then?
Yeah, but they're
The
all
Hog
awesome.
the Hogna Miami is one of the true spiders that I would absolutely love to pair up. I had one; it matured out male.
Uh,
Absolutely gutted. And at the time, nobody had them at the time either, so
yeah,
I was like, no.
yeah.
So I couldn't
So
couldn't find anybody with a female.
this is probably one of my favorite species in my collection at the moment. You're probably not going to see it that well.
Is that the
But,
tiny scorpion? Yeah.
actually, I do have some smaller than this at the moment. This is the Vejova stabare, as identified by Dale. It's absolutely awesome. And yeah, really cool species. They are on the slightly higher end of prices, going for about maybe £40,
Wow.
and they're absolutely awesome.
I think maybe I should go into the scorpions a little bit more.
Yeah,
I know Dale's got a pregnant one at the moment. I can't remember the species.
yeah, I
So
think it's
maybe
the Wolfwood scorpion, L. australasiae.
so that might be another addition. Crank one out of him for a couple of quid or something.
Yeah, they are absolutely gorgeous, the dwarfwood scorpions, but they're really tiny as adults as well.
Can they go communally? Because
Yeah, they can,
I did
from,
I did it at
from what
Peter
I've
Psycho.
seen. Yeah, this is one of the things I got today then. Just a quick show off. The flat rock
Ooh,
Hadrogenes species. This one is currently unidentified. It's really chunky. She, she's definitely female, but she's not gravid, so could just be a case of overfeeding, or it could be a fungal or a parasite. But Hadrogenes are really generally pretty chill. This one's
and
from
any chance it
Madagascar.
was paired?
Uh, if I determine exact species, I'd like to pair them in the future.
No, is there any chance that is that a female or a male?
This one's a female. She might have been paired, but
What wild
it,
caught?
I'm not entirely sure. Just because they had it
So
rehomed to them originally.
there is a possibility that it could possibly be pregnant. Then.
Yeah, but she's
Fingers crossed.
massive.
Dale says he's got 9 gravid females at the moment.
Oh,
Dakota says the
nice.
biggest scorpion is the Emperor scorpion.
No, it's not. Uh, Heterometrus somodami is bigger.
I think she's gravid, Ben. As the guy you got her from paired them up twice. That's Dale.
Oh no,
Um,
Dale, he didn't. He paired up troglodytes, not this particular species.
Dakota says, "Who's this on call, Scott?" This is Ben. Ben's pets. If you go if you go back into the chat, you'll see him commenting. So make sure you subscribe to Ben. He is literally the brain box of the next generation. He literally is literally like the next Andrew Smith.
Yeah, but the Hadrogenes, they're really cool. They're pretty docile. I would say handleable, but of course, it's not great to handle any invertebrate really. They're like flat emperor scorpions basically, and they get to a decent size as well.
Yeah, I believe the same as you, Ben. When it comes to inverts, my policy in here and with Scott's inverts is no handler.
Yeah, the only
Just
invertebrates, like, I will handle them if I'm rehousing, depending on the species, and sometimes it's unintentional, but I wouldn't take them out of their enclosure just to handle them. And it's just irresponsible, really, because so much damage can come to them.
exactly. Very slow at 97. Yes, mate, you're right. Yeah, I don't handle any of mine. Back in the beginning when I first started out, the Grammostolia rose that we've got, I handled that. But this is back before I did a lot of research and really started looking at tarantulas.
Yeah,
I also kept her on about 2 inches of substrate as well.
yeah,
Literally for probably about 4 or 5 weeks until I got onto Googling and what have you, and really looking into it.
yeah. Especially with theraphophorids, really, because they are just like water balloons.
Definitely.
And
It's I don't know with handling. It's one of them sore subjects in the whole community, isn't it? Because some people do, some people don't. Those that do are so pro, and those that don't really, really are so pro. Don't. It is literally marmite, isn't it, in the hobby?
like I can see you can handle things, it's whether you handle it responsibly and safely. And that's the problem, is that not many people do that.
I think the golden rule, like I said, the golden rule for me is don't handle.
Yeah,
I've got my friends that come around and they're like, "Oh, don't get any of the spiders out," and I'm like, "Don't worry, there's literally no chance of me getting any of the spiders out."
yeah,
Purely because one, like you're saying, Ben, it is cruel on the spider, but then also you could have a child watching the channel, you could have somebody else's child in your house or what have you, and if they see you doing it in the future, what are they going to do?
yeah.
Possibly do
Like
the same, possibly get bit by something. So let's not have that.
the only
There's only
invertebrates
one
I really,
scorpion species in Oklahoma, the Centroides vittatus, the striped bark scorpion. Ben, can you say that properly for me, please?
Centroroides vittatus, you're pretty much spot on. They're another species we can't keep, but they're one I really want.
Are they DWA as well, Ben?
Yeah, they are.
Is the venom on those really bad,
Not
or is it
really.
just because it's in that genus?
Yeah, it's because it's in the genus, really. Like a few of I've been talking to a bunch of Dutch keepers, and they've got things like Laerus quinquestiatus, also known as the Death Stalker, and the Parabuthus transvalicus, which is the African spitting scorpion. and they're stunning scorpions. I can see why you want them. Just get one and get the license. And also, if you get stung, it's your fault. Like, and it's just not a risk I'd be willing to take. Like, I've got a centipede, but that venom is nothing in comparison to some of these grade 5 scorpions.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'll be looking at a DWA probably in a probably in another 2 or 3 years once I've got a lot better experience behind myself. But that'll be more on the spiders. And then obviously because it costs so much, it does cost a lot of money in Coventry to get your DWA and to get all licensed up and set up. Just literally for 2 species that I want.
Yeah.
But at the moment, nah, the missus is like,
The only real invertebrate I would want for the DWA license would be Latrodectus. Nothing else really does it for me apart from the willows. I would mainly be reptile scented if I got a DWA license though.
I like the funnel webs. I like the brown recluse, and then I like the dwarf caiman crocodiles.
Oh yeah.
A friend of mine, he had a big 8-foot tank. He had a license. Well, he's got a license and all the rest of it, and he's got I think 2 or 3 of them, and they're literally like this. But they are stunning beasts. But
yeah,
the
they are.
DWA, I had to sit down and chat with the enemy, as if nobody knows who the enemy is, and that is my missus. I just call her the enemy because she whinges a lot. She's in agreement that once I can get an invert room as opposed to an invert kitchen, so everything's away from the house, then we're going to be looking at a DWA, because if something like that got out and bit one of the kids, bit the missus, oh my god, or the dog, I'd be absolutely heartbroken, you know.
Yeah. Like,
Tatiana wants to know how long does it last? Is it a lifetime thing or yearly?
Yearly, I'm pretty sure.
The species I mentioned, Scott, says Dakota. Yeah, we can't keep those either without a specialist license, Dakota.
Yeah.
But then I think it's different. Is it Northern Ireland? You can keep what you want almost.
You can do an island, but I think Northern Ireland is same as the rest of the UK.
So it's Southern Ireland where you can keep the species. Similar rules to Germany, I suppose.
Yeah, most of Europe can keep whatever they want.
Hey, Hadley's invert. So yeah, Dale says the DWA lasts for 2 years. So it's a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think in Coventry last time I looked, it was 300 and something pound, 360 something pound. But then on top of that, you've then obviously got then pay for Callum. Hi, Callum. You've also got to pay. They'd then be paying for a vet that's got experience in the animal that you're going to keep to come out and make sure your setups are perfect. You've got everything in place before you even get the animal.
Yeah. But
I mean, I'm pretty lucky. I've got one of my friends works in a pet shop and they have got the licenses. So I am thinking about having a word and seeing if I can't keep something there. But I don't know if the license will let him do that, actually keep them. I think he has to have them for sale. I don't know.
Well, if he has to have them for sale, can't you just like raise the price to beyond astronomical or something like that?
That's not bad. That's not a bad idea. So how's you still at school, Ben? You are, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So how's your GCSEs and stuff like that looking?
It's going all right. I've got them next year, so yeah, I'm revising for that. But otherwise, it's going well.
You're still studying Mandarin?
Yeah, it's a really hard language to learn.
Can you write any of it, Ben?
Yeah, well, yeah, a little bit.
Is it just characters are different, or is it like, because I think, isn't it in Mandarin it's not like our alphabet, is it?
No, you've got you got to do characters. There's multiple different pronunciations for the same word. It's so hard.
Oh, Dakota says that they've been stung by a striped bark scorpion, extremely painful. Callum
Yeah,
Ray just sat his first mock, pass was 36 and he got 48. Congratulations.
yeah. Well done, Callum.
Smashed it.
Callum just got into scorpions recently as well. He's got a juvenile Heterometrus pizzae. And yeah, he's been
That's
asking
awesome.
me questions on lots of species as well.
You got any new additions coming this week, Ben?
So I had the Heterometrus, the PMET, and the Flat Rock, but I've also got a pair of the uh, Georgia wolf spiders coming in, Tigrina georgicola.
What, male and female?
Yeah,
Oh, brilliant.
they're an absolutely amazing species.
Well, Callum's got the Hadrius arizonas on the way.
Yeah,
Desert area. Dakota says their dream tarantula is a Theraposi sturmi, the Burgundy Goliath.
they're nice. I've got a
Nice,
thing.
but oh my god! As soon as you take that lid off the enclosure, you're gonna itch.
Yeah,
Literally, Goliath birdrome skin syndrome.
yeah. The
The only one that affects me as bad as Sturmy is the Lazadora klugi and the Enchromata and the
yeah,
Encolorata violosis. Both
yeah,
of
now,
those, the hair. Oh,
yeah. Like I don't have that many. I don't have that many South American terrestrial species. I'm mostly, yeah, I'm mostly old world at the moment, but I react pretty badly to urticating hairs.
that explains why you've got a lot of old world.
Yeah,
I love the old world. I also love the new world. I don't the Somapeus emernia. I call that the crossover. I don't. And it is new world, but I like to class it as in between because it is literally
yeah,
in between species, isn't it?
yeah. I don't classify them. Yeah, they're in between, in my opinion. They're the only new worlds I like. The only real new world arboreals I like. The summer pairs.
Callum Ray says Ben will hate me for this, but Sturmia are overrated in his opinion, and he says he's got a Klugi and a Chromatus.
I don't particularly listen to Callum because he likes Monocentropus balfouri, so I expected that from him.
You love Balfouri, Ben. But yeah, Balfouri are literally the most overrated spider.
Yeah,
Well, I wouldn't say overrated, more the most sort of mainstream advertised, if you like.
yeah. I can see
They
people
just
having
seem
a
they just seem to be everywhere.
I can see people having a communal of five. Like I get that. That's what most people have. I have one like that. But when it gets to above 5 or 6, that's when I disagree with it. Because in the wild you're hardly ever going to see over 2 or 3 in close proximity to each other. So yeah, that's why I just don't agree with big communals. And that's probably why most people disagree with me on my stance on Balfouries.
Spidey senses they got stung once by an Asian forest. Felt like a wasp sting.
I got stung by this really tiny scorpion. Oh, you can't see it, but the V. de Bore. That one felt like a stinging nettle, just waiting for it to grow a little bit. Oh, it's going on a
I
run.
have 7 new worlds, 5 old worlds. 2 of my old worlds are Balfs, says Callum. I must admit, I've just criticised Balfs, but I've got 9. 2 are from
Yeah, I've got
2
5.
are from Denmark, which is pretty cool. I know what a defensive posture of a scorpion looks like. The stinger's up and the pedipalps are raised.
Yeah, I've got a few pictures of my Hadros in a defense posture.
Dale's back. He says work's busy tonight. Dale was security, so that means something's kicking off. Robbie's talking teas. Hi, mate. You all right?
Yeah, hi, Robbie. But yeah, scorpions are really cool. So I have a Heterometrus pizzae female which is missing her telson, which is the sting, and she ate for the first time in a few months yesterday, and I'm so happy.
Don't the toilets come out from where the sting is as well, though?
Yeah, she can still defecate, which is good
Is
as
that
well.
the base of the stinger, if I remember right, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm just so happy that she's managed to survive, though.
Will she take pre-killed?
Yeah, she'll take pre-killed, but she doesn't need her sting to kill prey. Heterometrus just use their claws primarily.
Spider Senses says, how do you feel about the featherleg baboon? Talk about the Stromatopalma calcetium. I have got 5 of them. I absolutely love them. How do I feel about them? Oh my god, they are literally lightning in a spider. I took the lid off one to rehouse. It got out literally from between the cup cap and the lid. Literally, I can't even tell you how much of a small gap. It just literally teleported from one side of the catch cup to the other, flew across the kitchen, flew behind the worktops, flew behind the cooker. I had to get absolutely everything out, and it took me nearly 2 hours to catch it up and get it back in its enclosure. But I do love them.
That's one species I'd actually quite like. I've got the H. maculata, but
so I've got 2 H Macs, but
yeah.
the Stromatopelma and the H Mac, they're very similar because thank you. They are very, very reclusive. I find they do hide. They do like to just be left alone. I never keep mine that wet. Robbie's talking teas, had a feather leg, free in the tea room for 2 days.
Yeah, I mean,
Callum says if I were to get an S-Cab, I would be suicidal.
Yeah, because you're still pretty new to the hobby, Callum. Like, you could do it, but it's probably not the best idea.
Does Callum live near to you then, Ben?
Not really, but I talk to him quite a lot online.
Yeah, Callum, the best advice I would give to you is just keep Ben close, and chat to him, because he will help you with which tarantula to progress to next. So as soon as you've got your confidence and experience up with one, then you move on. Don't fall into the sort of the addiction side of it where you have to get everything all at once.
I would definitely suggest getting a Poecilotheria before you get a Stromatopelma.
Oh no, Callum says it's a 6-hour drive. Dakota says Arizona barks do use their stinger to kill their prey items. For example, a moth would fly in, it'll catch it with the pedipalps and then inflict the sting.
Yeah. That's probably why we can't have them then.
Oh, babe.
And then, yeah. So, feather legs are cool, well, I love all African species. I'd like one in the future, but there's a few other things I'd like to get first.
Spidey Senses says, Rob is talking to you, says, spend your money on hookers and be less stressful. Spidey Senses says, so I have one and I just like to see what everyone thinks about it for the last time. I rehoused it. It was crazy. They are absolutely crazy. Callum says, I've actually seen my Peter Sar use its Towson.
Yeah, that's really cool, Callum. I haven't seen any of my heterometrics do that, and I've got like 8 at the moment.
Dale says, in the US, the most venomous scorpion is the sea
Sculpt,
skull.
yeah,
Yeah,
sea
go on.
sculptures. I haven't looked much into them, but they are really cool.
I
Yeah,
think, Dale, are you looking at getting your DWA in next year? Because that's how you go about it. You gain your knowledge first, don't you?
yeah. That's a species I'd love if I got my DWA license. Them, P, Transvalicus, and of course the Deathstalker, L. Quinquestriatus.
Did you say that trans is the spitting scorpion?
Yeah, the Transvalicus. They're probably one of
Right.
the most dangerous species out there.
This is where I really, really, really show the fact that I don't know nothing about scorpions whatsoever. But will they shoot it from the stinger, or is there two separate parts?
I'm not exactly sure. I haven't really looked that much into them, but I assume it's from the sting.
Yeah, Dale said he's going to be getting his DWA, but the COVID situation is slowing things down for him. That when he gets his, I'm really hoping that Dale sets up a YouTube channel for when he has got his DWA, just to show how you keep those things absolutely bang on, spot on, all the rest of it.
Yeah. Callum and we talked to a Dutch keeper. He's got 2 Transvalicus and 2 Deathstalkers, and they are really cool scorpions, but they just don't really do it for me. The Deathstalkers are just like a spiced up Hadrosaurus azinensis.
Yeah, for me, like I said, with the DWA, as soon as I can get an invert room that's outside, so probably maybe next year when we move, I'm hoping to get some sort of brick building outside where I can set up an invert room. Once I've got everything that I want, which is a hell of a lot, I'll be looking at a DWA. So whether that's 2022, 2023, or 2024, 25, I don't know because there's a lot of other projects I want to get up and underway that are going to cost a lot of money first.
Yeah. Like I'm focusing on other projects at the moment first. Obviously I've got to wait till I'm 18 to get a DWA license, but there's so many other things I want to deal with. Boas, centipedes, obviously, more OBT coliforms because they're my favorite tarantulas, and hopefully breeding a pokey species later on in the year.
Rob is talking teas. Are you still here? Are you still in the chat? Dale says yes. They are from the Towson. Scott, they have a great aim, and if it gets in your eyes, it will sting like hell. I think he's on about them
Yeah,
tranny scorpions.
yeah,
Worse than a spitting cobra, so I've heard.
yeah,
See, but it's things like that that attract idiots, isn't it? You know.
yeah. See, if you don't get the license, you're not going to know what it's like. You're just going to keep it in a little tub, and without a visor or a pair of goggles, it'll just get you in the eye, and you'll probably go blind.
Well, I would suggest that you would need maybe gloves, even if they're just literally just the mechanics gloves or something, just in case. Because can you imagine if you've got a tiny bit of venom on your shirt and then you pick your baby up,
Yeah,
or if you've got
but
some on your hands? Callum
yeah,
Ray says probably the hottest scorpion I'll keep will be the Vejuvius
well,
confusus.
yeah, they're pretty
Not for a
cool.
while yet.
They are, yeah, they're pretty cool. I think they're one of the hottest we can keep in the UK. Um,
What do you mean by hottest? Is that like most dangerous?
most, yeah, most venomous. Like they're not particularly fast. Well, fast in scorpion terms isn't that fa is yeah, they're not that speedy. They are like Hadrosaurus in many ways, but just a little bit more hot. What you were saying about gloves, what I've been using to deal with my centipede are welder's gloves. Welder's gloves. So, well, obviously, if I'm sexing them, which I'm not going to do for a while, not until the next molt, just because it's got mycosis at the moment. I would
There's
use what?
one of my friends has put a video on Facebook. I'll when you're ready to do it, I'll show you because he does it with liquid
CO,
ice,
oh yeah, CO2.
and he was complimented by quite a few of the centipede guys as well. The way he did it,
Yeah, like
the way I think the water method is just
yeah,
disgusting.
it's dangerous.
I just think it's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah,
Um,
you either do it with
will I sex a centipede going off a video? Probably not. I think I'll wait until I know somebody that I can travel to that can do it with
yeah,
me.
if
Purely because centipedes, you see the centipedes and they've got their segmented plates are like this, and you think,
yeah,
yeah, they travel, they move this way. But what you don't realise with a pede is it can turn up and
yeah,
twist in the
it's
blink of an eye.
probably easier to hold a venomous snake than it would be to free handle a centipede. What I like, there's been a few methods I've seen for knocking them out. Obviously, drowning, which is highly frowned upon, carbon, and people just pinning their heads with something, gently holding them down with either their finger in a glove or using a stake hook. I'd much rather have it knocked out so it puts less stress on the animal and, of course, less stress on the owner.
You can get the invert tongs, can't you? With which you've got your tongs, and then they've got a load of soft rubber,
Yeah,
which is apparently supposed to cause the most little damage. But I don't know.
yeah, but it will still stress the animal out because it will be conscious whilst you're sexing it, and
Dale says he's still scared of them.
yeah, this is I've only my hottest scorpion is tiny at the moment, and yeah, so I'm not that scared of it, but I'm still careful around it whenever I'm rehousing.
Ben, have you got your new additions to hand?
Oh yeah, the flat rock is here. I showed that a little bit earlier on in the stream, but yeah, that's a flat rock. It's really chunky.
What size is the PMAT at?
The PMET, 1.5 centimeters diagonal leg span. It's it's pretty tiny.
See, my male matured out end of January, and
Yeah,
literally the male passed away 2 days ago. So he did really well.
yeah,
He spent probably about 4 months in with the female. The female is looking, she's putting weight on now because I've just turned the season around for her. So fingers crossed.
yeah.
Right,
My
guys. If it's all right with you, Ben, I'm going to leave the channel with you for 2 minutes just while I go and have a cigarette.
yeah. That's fine.
I will literally be back in a minute. Remember, destroy burn, asking anything and everything to do with centipedes, DWA, true spiders, anything you want, guys. He will give you the answer pretty quick, as per normal.
Yeah.
If not, then just take the mickey out of him. No, don't do that. And don't mention that he needs a haircut.
Yeah, I do need a haircut. So, do you guys have any new additions planned? I've obviously got some new stuff, which I showed off in the stream, and I've got the Tigrina Georgicola on the way. Absolutely awesome true spider from North America. Lightning fast, as most true spiders are. They're visual hunters, which is really cool. Which most spiders aren't. They're like a fast jumping spider, basically. Yeah, Callum, you do bully me for a haircut.
Yeah.
Hi, Danny. How are you? Yeah, you do ask a lot of questions, Callum, but that's good. At least it shows that you are researching animals before you get them. I'm pretty sure that this girl might be gravid. And that'd be really cool if it was. Yeah, Danny, thanks. I'm great. Yeah, it is chunky. Really chunky. Hi, Sean. No news on Sachs, Callum. I am just waiting for I'm waiting for the Erminia. A few months away for the OBT, and yeah, of course, no other projects at the moment. Hopefully, it's flat rock. If it is gravid, hopefully I'll get babies from it relatively soon. But yeah, it might just be really well fed. But yeah, Callum, you're keeping the Hadrosaurus sinensis with your death feigning beetles, right? Because I'd like to see how that goes because I haven't really done that much information and haven't done that much looking into it yet. Yeah, Danny.
If you
That's what I
don't,
called
look
my
at that.
male OBT when I had him before I sent him to the
Danny
spider
eats
shop.
tarantulas. You're right, bro. Danny Danny says Harry Potter doesn't need a haircut. We got I don't know if you've seen previous streams where Dale's Hagrid, then we've got Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
yeah,
We're gonna have to do something like that, you know, Ben.
yeah. Invertebrate keepers. Yeah, be tough to deciding whose spider will actually have to play Aragog though. I think yeah, my OBT might be pretty good at that because her little web cave is pretty cool.
You see, the first famous spider, big spider, was Lord of the Rings, though.
Yeah, it was. There are multiple in that, weren't there?
And it was a female spider. Oh, I can't remember the name.
Hogna. It was a Hogna species, a Lycosidae for sure.
I can't remember what they called it in Lord of the Rings. Does anybody know what the Lord of the Rings spider was? Drop it in the comments, please.
Yeah,
What's Ron Weasley doing? Last time I seen Ron, he was trying to be Ed Sheeran.
yeah. I'm gonna have to go, but thanks for having me on.
Anytime, Ben, you're more than welcome. And then there was one, me, and a cup of tea in a Cadbury's cream egg mug. So, if anybody else would like to join the stream, come and take the mickey out of me, have a laugh, or chat about their own collection, drop me a PM via Facebook and I'll send you the link. It's dead simple. Just click on the link and then you're basically here. Shelob. Callum Ray says they'll happily come on. Drop me a message via Facebook. The spider from Lord of the Rings, Danny. Yes, mate. Yeah. Shelob. God, it was literally 2 days ago. Friday last week. I was watching The Hobbit, all three of those. Yeah, there we go. Get the comment up there. So, who else is expecting anything of like I said, I've got a pair of a dwarf species coming from a private seller. We've also got the toad, which I showed you earlier on in the stream. I have something else that we got from Shirley Aquatics to show you guys over the next week. Put an order in with the spider shop, and we've also ordered a creature crate. If you don't know what a creature crate is, please pop over to the community tab on Scott's Inverts YouTube. Scroll down there and you'll see it. I'll put there Scott's Inverts supports Creature Crate. Click on the link, go check them guys out. Which is Robbie Talking Tees and these creature features have come together to do an amazing little package, dead cheap as well. Danny D's Tarantulas says he loves Lord of the Rings, and me, mate. Twin Towers is my favourite out of Lord of the Rings by far. Yeah, Danny's seen the video. That was Stonehenge Tarantulas like trailer for it. But if you pop over, like I said, if you pop over to the community tab on there, you will see a link to the actual website. It's pretty cool. You can do the subscription or not do the subscription. Up to you guys. But when I get mine, I will obviously be doing a video on that. Callum Ray says my Facebook won't let me message people. Give me a minute. Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries. The Creature Crate is UK. I would have thought they could accommodate certain things for overseas as well, you probably just have to send them an email. So who else has got new editions coming? Let me know in the comments. I can't be the only one. Not at the end of the month. Not now we've all been paid. Actually, Danny, while you're there, can you turn turbos up? Oh, I turned the turbo up on the Mondeo. I got told half-inch won't damage the engine. Spidey Senses 12 is off. It says bye everybody. So see you later, mate. Thank you very, very much for joining. Really, really do appreciate you taking the time, mate. Oh dear. And then if you haven't already checked out Northern Exotics, one of their recent videos is on a Swell Reptiles with I think it's a 10% discount code. And they're also doing quite a lot of giveaways over at their website. So that might be worth a little look at. He's a big supporter of the channel, so it's nice to try and throw a bit of support back his way as well, isn't it? So nobody's popping down in the comments that they've got any new editions coming this week. Oh my god. I do really need to check my emails because to see when the Spider Shop are sending out to myself. It is an early Christmas present from the enemy.
Did it? Saved them all on my Google Drive.
And then popped them over.
No, my Google Drive signed in on this one.
The enemy destroyed her phone. So she required a new one. Although she required a new one before the phone got destroyed. So
it was a new phone.
Well, yeah, we got her a new phone and she dropped it within, what, 48 hours?
3 weeks.
And cracked the screen.
Then it had a bath.
Turbo like you put on your car. Yes.
Then it had a bath.
Then it had a bath.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they got dropped in the water.
And then Leo got
Sevens Crawleys, hi, mate. It has been a while, like I said. I said earlier on in the stream, mate, I've just been at work and at work and at work. Hence, some weeks I've only been getting like one video out because I've just been working and working and working. And yeah, just family time as well. So it's just been eating up the time, and you know,
on that.
That's cool. I've got the enemy just over the side. Show me all these pictures on a new phone because they're absolutely excellent and blah blah blah
No,
blah.
but look at your face. You can see it.
Yeah. Yeah, so and then the live was going to be Saturday, but unfortunately, I went to work in the morning for a couple of hours, and then literally as I come home, migraine kicked in, and that was literally me. I couldn't even look at my phone to put anything on the community to say like, you know, sorry, but I've got a migraine. The live stream is going to be on Monday instead. Dale's back again. Is it kicking off at work, Dale?
Hagrid, I said hi.
Hagrid, the enemy, says hello. Oh, the enemy don't half make a nice cup of tea.
Is that a hint that you want another one?
Hagrid says Hagrid's just our little pet name for Dale Strong because when he talks he sounds like Hagrid, literally to a T. And Dale said the cows have got out. He says, "All right, my love."
As long as it's not the sheep, he's all right.
That should be all right, my lovely. Yeah, I am a massive tea drinker. Although when I'm at work, first thing in the morning, it's a coffee. can't believe nobody else has got anything coming. No new additions, no new nothing. Hello, she spiked it. Coffee for grown-ups, I don't like it. I don't like it. What's wrong with coffee?
It's rank.
Pass me more Kenko. In the mornings, I like, this is what I have. That with a drop of caramel syrup is absolutely gorgeous. First thing in the morning, a load of caffeine, a load of sugar, boom, I'm ready for the day. Even if I've only had 3 or 4 hours sleep, whack a bit of this down me. Hey! It's not vile, Dale. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It's rank.
And it's nearly Christmas, so you know what that means. Starbucks has now got the eggnog in. Although the eggnog, I've only had, I think I've had the one because it's like nearly a £5 just for one coffee. Demonetized. Lol. But that stuff is banging.
I need milk.
Yeah, I'll pop over the shop in a bit and get the milk. I do hope everybody is staying as safe as they possibly can at the moment as well. It's been all over the news that COVID cases have gone down by 30%. What I'd like to emphasise is by only 30%, so it's still out there, it's still going strong. So just be careful, everybody. Remember to protect yourselves and other people. Time to get out my Santa costume. Yes, it is, but you're not. But the only problem is, Dale, you can't have the kids sitting on your knee. I think the Santa's grottos, the Santas aren't allowed to hug or touch or have them on the knee this year because of the COVID, and we have to have that, obviously, that social distancing. And I think it's only for that. Is it for the 5-day window? Not in Bristol. About a nice cup of tea, Dale.
I didn't know I still had that picture.
What do we all think to the goatee anyway? Yay? Nay? Go back to the full beard? A little bit of a beard?
Keep it like that.
What I am thinking about doing is growing the tosh so it comes out like this. And then shaving my head. And I'm just having the tosh. Just for the crack. I'll just visit my mates' kids and leave gifts on their doorsteps. Oh, mate. Dale, the big, huge security guard, has got one of the biggest hearts ever. You got to sit on his lap if you want a Christmas gift. That is literally for the men. So anybody over the age of 18 would like a present off Dale, you have to sit on his knee, and only if you're male. Look like Chopper. Charles Bronson style is what I'm thinking. Callum says messaging isn't working, dude. All right, Callum, we shall sort something out for next time. Maybe if I send Ben on the next live, mate, I'll send Ben the link and then he can maybe email it to you or something. Or maybe you can WhatsApp it you.
Better. No, that's normal. Oh.
So for Christmas month, there's going to be another giveaway. More than likely, another Ladadora Parabama, seeing as I've got quite a few.
Quite a few. It's an understatement.
Danny says, Scott, can you send him an invite? I can't. He can't message me on Facebook. What's that? Oh, hold on. He's messaged the page. So maybe we can get him on. If you follow that link, we should be able to get Callum on next. So just remember in the chat, Callum is of Ben's age, so just be mindful of that when you're dropping comments. Danny says, no, he needs a haircut before he comes on. Mate, look at the state of this. Look, I'll make you feel better. Yeah, drop me a PM, Danny, if you want to get on. Be awesome to have you on, actually. My shit's long as hell. I bet it stinks too. Dale, I think you need to get on here as well, even if it's just to drop out a Hagrid comment.
Hello.
Hey, dude, you're right.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Let me just emphasise. My mods are in the chat, so with Callum being on, if there is any sort of over 16s chat, they will delete your comments. What's that scarf in the background you got there?
Just a this side. Yeah, just a Leicester City scarf. Anyway, we won't talk about that. I'll quickly go grab a couple of different species.
You know where I am, don't you?
No, not really.
Coventry. Oh, Dale can't come on. There's too many on site. Are you watching workers, Dale, or is it people? Where's he gone? Hello. Hello.
I'm back. I was just grabbing a couple of different species.
Yeah, Callum, I'm just over in Coventry.
Yeah, that's not too far from me. About an hour away. That's what. Yeah, so I've got my HPSI on the side. I don't know where he is. Found him. Don't know how well you can see. But he's just in
Thank
the
you,
corner.
Danny. Appreciate that. I do keep looking down here because my phone's up here with the small screen. I've got a laptop running with the bigger screen, so I can just see your comments. And obviously, it's a bigger picture for me as well to see the Scoopita side.
Yeah, it's not very clear because obviously he's on black soil, but yeah, he's down there somewhere.
Yeah, have you got a light on your? Have you got a flashlight? torch or?
I have got a flashlight, but I don't know whether it's got any batteries in it.
All right, no worries. I love his chair. Your chair is epic.
Yeah, I used to. Well, okay, it suddenly started working again.
Fantastic. Awesome.
Yeah, I was into my gaming before I was into my inverts, so. Now I can't even see my camera.
Oh,
Hang on.
there we go. There we go.
Yeah, it's a juvenile at the minute. Got him from So Many Legs about a week ago, I think it was.
Ben looks like he wants to see Rust. No, not Rust. Who does he want to see? Rick.
Oh, Rick, the Blue Death Vein Beetle. I'll quickly.
Callum has been
shortlist
awesome with this Scorpion. It's his baby, says Ben. That's some high praise there, Callum. That is from Ben. You know, Ben is like quite well respected in the invert community at the moment.
Yeah, what was that you said? Sorry, yeah, might kind of got out of my end.
He says, have you shown us Rick yet?
Yeah, I'll quickly go. I'll quickly go right now. Yeah, so this is my Blue Death Vein Beetle. He's actually going to be cohabbed with the Arizonensis that I've got on the way. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'll just grab him.
Have you seen the pancake slugs, Callum?
Yeah, I've seen pancake slugs, but I'm not really a fan of like snavs and slugs and stuff.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, so he's going to be living with the Arizonensis when that arrives on Wednesday.
They go. The more moist they are, the darker they go. They go very light grey because it's a wax that produced to protect themselves from the sun. So when the areas dry out, they produce that wax.
Yeah, when he first came to me, actually, I got him from the spider shop when they had him in a while ago. He was shipped on quite damp tissue, so he came to me like completely black, and he only recently got his blue collar, and I've had him for a good few months.
That's the best way to ship them, though. To be completely honest.
Yeah, make sure.
I mentioned pancake slugs, and Ben's just got gastropods. My gastropods, Ben. We've got babies now. The eggs have hatched. Probably got about 15 tiny little pancake slugs, as well as the 3 adults and the 1 juvie.
Yeah.
And they're not. They're awesome.
On the group chat we're in, no one really likes gastropods, like snails, slugs, that sort of thing. And
what? Not leeches.
Really... What was that? Sorry.
No leeches.
Leeches, I'm not too bad on, and Ben will get annoyed at me for this, saying the slugs are like leeches.
No. Slugs eat greens. Leeches drink blood.
Yeah, not
leeches only need feeding once a year. Slugs every day.
I mean, I've
TS has Photoshop there. BDFBs to the max, says Ben.
Hang on, let me just get the chat up.
Ben says he moderates Leech Gang now.
Yeah,
Ben is also admin on Reptile and Invert Coalition, which is one of my groups.
Yeah, I've never really looked into leeches too much. Then again, I've not really looked into a lot of inverts. I've only really looked into like my predatory stuff and the millipedes, that sort of thing.
Got millipedes as well?
Yeah, I've had 3 millipedes. 2 of them actually recently passed away, but I've got 1 of them at the minute. I've got a scarlet millipede.
Oh, James from that pet page has popped on. If you've not subscribed to that pet page, make sure you do. James is absolutely awesome. Literally one of the coolest guys.
Sorry about
Anything
that, my
else
mum's
that
just
you got
walking.
that you want to show us, Callum? We might have to get you
Yeah,
to
I've got
cover up the
another
Leicester
species
City
here as
scarf
well.
for next time.
I can't hear you.
Oh dear. Oh, Scott says, what you after? Says James. Nothing, mate. I just generally think credit's due where credit's due, mate.
Yeah, I've got another species here as well. One that I'm actually trying to sex at the minute because it recently molted, and it's just fed for me for the first time. Just there, that side. The K Brunapes.
That's a what? Sorry.
A K Brunapes. I'm trying to sex it at the minute because it recently molted. And yeah, I'm planning on breeding them in the future because this is a juvenile at the minute. Well, juvenile female if it's female, and it would be near to mature male if it's a male.
Would you say it's molting fast
Well, I've had it for
and growing quick?
a month or two, and it came to me in pre-molt, and it's molted about a week ago now.
Because with most spiders, the faster they grow, they tend to be female. But don't take that for gospel.
Yeah. Well, today I've mainly looked for I don't know how to say it, but the hooks that males have.
Yeah,
Because at the
spurs.
size it is, yeah, the size it is now, it could be a mature male, but it doesn't seem to have the hooks. So I'm fingers crossed it will be a female.
Try and take some pictures of where the hooks would be, because they can be ever so small, and either drop a picture over to myself or to Ben,
Yeah,
and we'll
I've
have a
had a
look.
couple of people
Or
in.
if it's up the side of the enclosure like this, if you could get a decent picture of its abdomen, there's a small chance we can tell from that for you as well.
Yeah, I've spoken to a lot of people on the group chat that have got more experience with tarantulas than me, and they've said that they can't really see anything, and they suspect it's either not mature as a male yet, or it is a female.
Callum, have you got your own channel yet? James says if you have, he'll subscribe.
Yeah, I've got a channel. It's literally just my name, Callum Ray. Yeah, I'm actually going live with Hadley's Inverts on Wednesday
Okay.
when my H. arrives.
What time's that, Callum?
I don't really know yet, to be honest. It's more or less just when the people that are going to be on it are free. So yeah, I'll be unboxing my Arisinensis.
Ben's Pets has just dropped the link down to Callum's channel. So if everybody in the chat could just pop over to Callum and give him a sub, I'll certainly be in the chat on Wednesday, and watching the young guys do their live, show a bit of support.
Yeah, thanks, dude. It means a lot.
Anytime, man.
I've not really got much else
There
to show
you go.
off.
You got 2 new subscribers. Yeah, I subbed to him on somebody else's live stream.
Yeah, I've not really got much else to show off because everything at the minute sort of just buried, or they're all like little tiny slings. In fact,
What
it's Ben's.
what-
No,
go on. What are the slings have you got?
I've got, well, I can't really name them all off the top of my head, but I've got 12 tarantulas at the minute.
Are they all New Worlds
Most
or?
of it. I've got
You've got
7
them-
new worlds, 5 old worlds.
What are your old worlds? The Balfouri.
My old worlds, I've got 2 Balfouris, a Haplocosma himalayana, a Orphanacus species, and a Hysterocates gigas.
The Gigas, they grow big.
Yeah. I actually
And
got
they
the
want
gigas in a
lots
mystery
of
box
substrate.
from. Yeah, I've got the I got the gigas in a mystery box from Joe over at Weird and Wonderful Exotics when he shipped out a couple of mystery boxes just to like a review video and stuff. So I've got that video on my channel as well.
Yeah, Joe's nice like that. Ben says Callum is catching up with him. A week ago he was on 150.
Yeah, I've actually
How
had
many
the channel
subs are
for
you on now?
I don't really know. I've not really checked, but Yeah, I've actually had the channel for years. It's gone from like different topics the whole time, and I've just literally reset the channel recently and just started doing videos about inverts.
What were you doing before?
just-
Gaming?
Yeah, I was doing gaming at one point, and then at one point I was doing biking. I've had the channel for nearly 6 years. So
What games were you
And then-
doing?
what was that?
What games?
All sorts of games really. I've actually sold my PlayStation as well. I don't do gaming at all anymore.
You're on 177, James says.
But last time I checked, I was on 173, I think. So gained a couple. Just because Ben's in the chat, that's if he is still in the chat. I'm going to go grab a Balfour.
Ben, the Balfours are coming out.
Yeah, recently I separated the Balfours because one of them's like half the size of the other one, and it was coming into a pre-molt, so I didn't want it to get eaten. So this is the smaller of the two. Sort of just up against the side of the vial. Yeah, that one's going into a pre-molt, so I'm expecting a molt from that one soon.
Oh, Ben says he's got more. Hi, Leslie. Ben says he's still got more Balfs than you.
Yeah, he doesn't even. Well, I won't say
He
what
doesn't
it's
even
called
like
in the
them.
group-
I know.
I won't say what we call it in the group chat, but yeah, he basically swapped one of his tarantulas for 5 mystery tarantulas, and he ended up with 5 Balfours.
Oh. Awesome. My Balfs are all sort of large slings, apart from one which is I'd say a very small juvenile. Got 9 of them all living together at the moment. But I am seriously considering splitting them up. The more I read about them.
Yeah, mine. One of them I'd class as a grown-on sling, and then this one's literally just a 1 or 2 centimeter sling. So, yeah, mine are still diddy slings at the minute. One of them ran under the toaster unboxing it, so that was fun.
James has got 14. Ben said he swapped his Orchid Mantis with Troy. He sent me an OBT and gave me a Balfour. Not impressed. Dale says I don't own any. Yeah, but that's pretty good for a mantis, for an Orchid Mantis, to be fair, an OBT and a Balfour. Danny D Tarantulas says my tiny ones are my Costa Rican Blue Fronts. But none of you have any of those. Not yet. No, to be honest, completely no. No, it was 2 orchids.
When it comes to my tarantulas, I've got my juvenile or adult male Brinipes, and then the rest of them are literally just little slings. Probably my 2 biggest slings would be my larger Balfour and my Gigas. They're about 2.5 centimeters.
I think that's to do with the Costa Rican Blue Front. Ben says, no, don't keep questionable species. Oh my God, we're going to send Ben off on a tangent in a minute, I swear. We keep winding him up. We keep saying he keeps DWA and all sorts in a group chat, just like taking the mickey. He gets proper uptight.
Yeah, it's not hard to do that with Ben, to be honest.
Sorry?
It's not hard to do that with Ben. Hard to get him to go off on a tangent.
No, it really isn't. We keep saying in the next show we're gonna me and Dan are literally gonna have to walk both sides of him to make sure he's protected. Callum knows that I have a vendetta against the DWAs too. I think everybody knows, Ben. I think everybody knows. Let's get it right though. But it's more illegal DWAs. I'm sure if there was somebody out there with the certificate for DWAs and they kept DWAs lawfully, then you'd be all for that.
Yeah.
like a zoo.
Yeah, you probably know, but Ben has a stream on Saturdays or Sundays. I think he's changed it to Sundays now. But he has a stream that's going, and I was on his last stream when we were talking about DWAs. And to be honest, I don't. Well, in my opinion, anyway, I don't feel like you should be keeping DWAs if you haven't got the license, because there's just no point. I mean, if you want to keep a DWA Scorpion and you've not got the license, just put the money into getting the license if you want it that bad.
I got showed the prices of what you can buy in at just because I was like, how do people afford them? And I was expecting them to literally be hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Nowhere near that. They're so cheap. It's just like literally anybody could buy one. It's just really, really shocking. Absolutely shocking. You think because they were illegal and extremely dangerous, you know, the price would be up through the roof, but they're literally, like Ben just said, they are cheap as chips. That's quite scary.
Yeah, I mean, I personally know people that keep them without a license and with licenses. There's someone in a group chat that me and Ben are in that's actually applying for a DWA at the minute, and she said that there's so much paperwork you have to go through and stuff. So I mean, in a way, it's sort of understandable why people wouldn't want to go through that to get a Scorpion or something along those lines. But at the same time, it's necessary to like keep people safe.
It's a lot of people with DWA will tell you it's extremely harder to get it than what it actually is. Basically, for me in Coventry, I just need to fill out the paperwork, not much, pay the bill, and then get a veterinary surgeon, preferably a veterinary surgeon that has experience with whatever DWA animal that I want to keep, to come and inspect where it's going to be kept, the enclosure, prior to actually getting that animal.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people as well that have got like quite a big influence that are like either selling or keeping DWAs without a license, and it's just in the end, at the end of the day, it's just not good for the hobby, really.
No. Right, catch up with the chat. James from that pet page, I'd love a Deathstalker, but not really worth it. No, I don't think a DWA license just for one isn't worth it. I said earlier on in the chat that I'll be considering it in a couple of years, but as soon as I can move the inverts out of the kitchen and into their own external building. Danny says, I got my Costa Rican blue fronts from a reputable dealer. Fear not tease. Ben's Pets, it's not illegal DWA keepers I'm against their loads. It's people that sell to people without the license. That's true, Ben. The keepers are just as bad because they're obviously putting the demand out there for the sellers. You know, that's like saying the guy that walks down the street carrying a gun, that's completely fine. The problem is the person that sold it to him. The problem is the demand. If there's a demand for something, then that's where the problem is. So if we can shut down the demand, then obviously the sellers aren't going to have anybody to sell to. So the people that do keep them obviously do need something happening to them too.
Yeah, a lot of it would come down to education as well, because if people know that they need a license for that animal, most people wouldn't end up keeping them without a license if they knew they needed one.
Ben says there's a couple of YouTubers out there that keep them. We're not into naming and shaming. I won't do that just yet. But yeah, influencers, let's call them, if they're keeping DWA without a license, which it certainly looks like they are, Ben. I must admit, it definitely looks like they are. Dale says when he gets his DWA, he's going to be buying everything. Yeah, March Tarantulas, he keeps DWA, but he's got the license, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Danny D's Tarantula says Europe is weird. It is, mate. It is. We've just got very cautious local councils and governments. that I'm just
Yeah.
very concerned if in case somebody gets bit or stung, we go to the hospital and the hospital has not got a clue how to treat it.
Yeah, I think Ben mentioned this earlier on in the stream when he was on, but we know someone who lives over in the Netherlands and they need no permits or anything whatsoever. So he
No,
has quite a few
no.
DWA scorpions.
Yeah, I chat to somebody over in the Netherlands that keeps loads and loads and loads of deadly spiders, literally breeds them. He's on one of the groups and puts videos up of them as well.
Yeah, the
And then, of
person that we
course,
know.
I chat to a leading world specialist in true spiders, and they keep a lot of what we would have as DWA in this country, and that's over in Germany.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for the people that want to keep them and know how to keep them properly, but at the same time, it's not very good for the hobby. Because if they were to get stung, then it's just something that would happen to the hobby as a whole.
Ben says Macrothelli and others need to be regulated. 100%, Ben. Macrothelli, Linothelli, the old red fanged. Definitely, definitely. But then also some of the species that are DWA that aren't going to do anything, but it's just purely because they're in the same family, they need to be unregulated. James, that pet page, I'm off, guys. Have a good one. Remember, like I said, if you're not subscribed to that pet page, make sure you do so. See you later, James.
Yeah, I think I'll probably end up getting going as well because I've got a couple of things to spot clean and stuff like that. So I'll probably get going. Thanks for having me on.
Anytime, mate. Anytime.
And thanks for the shout out as well. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Let's do another one. So if you're not subscribed to Callum, Ben will drop a link in the comments. Make sure you are subscribed to Callum. Again, another up and coming YouTuber that deserves all the love. So make sure you subscribe to him and get ready for the live stream with those guys on Wednesday. Okay, so now the under 16s have gone, we can maybe turn the chat back to over 18s. Do. Let's have a swig of tea. I am going to be disappearing shortly, only because the enemy is feeling a bit unwell, so I want to make sure she's okay. Callum says I'm still here watching while spot cleaning. Gordon Ramsay has returned. Gonna put a bit of caramel syrup in my tea. Caramel syrup, not whiskey. Just reading the chat. Anybody new popped in that has got new additions? Let us know in the comments. A massive thank you to everybody that's come in. And watched us this evening. Again, it's just another live that has not really been advertised anywhere, just spontaneous to do the live prize draw. It was planned for Saturday. Like I said, I can't apologise enough. I come down with a huge migraine, sort of Saturday afternoon, and that was that. Danny, these tarantulas. All right, my guy, I'm off too. Have a great night, and yourself, mate. Thank you very, very much for popping in, taking time and saying hello. Really, really appreciate it, mate. Dale says wrong on so many levels. Phone's going off. What's that? God no. Yes, Dale's got lost. Yeah, Dale had purchased some stuff from overseas, not DWA, before anyone says anything, and that's been lost, gutted. I bought a couple of bits in the summer from overseas. I won't this time of year just purely because of the weather, and if it does get lost for a few days, it stands more of a chance of passing away. MP, hey, let me know when you're going to live stream next time. Certainly will, Danny. My next live stream, I will pop a notice of when I'm going to do that in the community post. So just keep your eye out on YouTube and it will go on there. If not, then Scott's Inverts Facebook page or on Instagram, or we'll pop some links up for the next one. I hope you guys enjoy me sitting here chatting crap to you. Probably might even on the next one get the USB camera out and put it in one of the enclosures to see what's going on again. So guys, we are going to be wrapping it up pretty shortly. Like I said, a couple of minutes ago, if anybody's got any questions, pop them now. I'll certainly answer for you. If there's any videos that you'd like me to do, any care videos that you'd like me to sort of cover for you guys, also let me know in the comments or PM me privately. And if I choose to do the care video on a species that you want, I will also give you a shout out in the video. Right, guys, I think that is it for this evening. Thank you so much for staying with me all this time. Thank you to Ben and Callum for joining the stream. Really do appreciate that. Lovely evening, lovely pair of guys. Remember to be subscribed up to Ben's Pet and Callum Ray on Facebook. If you need Callum's link, scroll back in the chat. Ben's put it up there. But yeah. Oh, hold on. Dale has a question. If this is a Dale question, it's not going to be a good one. Go on then, Dale. What's the question, Dale? What is it? What's the question? I'm waiting for it. I keep looking at the comment and it's not there. What is it? Still not there. Go on then, Dale. Blast the question. Dale, where is the question? No? Okay. Right, guys, we are going to wrap it up, I think. We have been going, I don't know, about an hour and a half, maybe a little longer. Again, thank you very, very much for popping in, liking the stream, commenting, joining the fun. Really, really do appreciate your support. You fucking Dale the twat. Now we ain't got one. Well, yeah, thank you so, so much for joining. Thank you to the mods, making sure everything's going swimmingly. Thank you so much, and we shall see you again on the next one.